What is going on, guys? Crank It with Chris here, and today we have a fishing video for you guys. I have been away for a little while, but 2026 I'm trying to make a comeback. Today we are at my local city lake. We've got a little bit of a walk ahead of us because over here the gate is up, so I can't drive back to where I want to go, but that's no problem. So I've got one spinning reel, one bait casting reel, and my backpack full of all my goodies, a water bottle, and some good hopes and dreams. So we're gonna see if we can get us a big one today. It's been about 50 degrees. Well, it's about 55 degrees right now, so it's pretty warm, especially for January. So I'm pretty hopeful that maybe something might be biting. I know that's not always the case, especially whenever you've had cold snaps like the ones that we've been having recently. But at the same time, I just figured why not give it a little dangle, give it a shot. It feels great out here today. I'm in a hoodie and sweatpants, and I probably could be in a t-shirt and shorts right now, but I'm always weary about the weather, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here, and Kentucky weather changes at the drop of a hat, so you can never really be too safe, in my opinion. But other than that, I think I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of trouble with this place. Like, the only reason why I really fish here is because it's in the middle of the city. So it's very accessible and very easy to get to. And with that, makes it very accessible for everyone in my town to get into. But we don't really have not a lot of people come to this specific lake if they're really trying to catch fish. Normally, if you're trying to do that, you'll just go out to Green River or Green River Lake, wherever you want to go. Dale Hollow, Lake Cumberland, stuff like that, if you're really trying to chase a big fish. But if you're just out here on a random day, this place is it's interesting, to say the least, is basically what I can say. It's there's a lot of structure in here, a lot of wood, a lot of rock. But at the same time, there's not a lot of places for these bass to really hide, So whenever I come here fishing, I'm trying to look for shade or look for some kind of contour lines or stuff, but you can't really find any because there isn't really any. It's just kind of like open water. And these fish are really weird. I've caught my PB out of here though, so it gives me a little bit of hope that I can catch a big one out of here again. My PB is 6 pounds. There was a video on it on my channel. It wasn't a good one because the files got corrupted and stuff, but I did show you guys the fish, but that was also like 8, 9, 10 years ago. So I was either going into high school or no, I was in middle school. I think I was in middle school at the time. So I could have been like 7, 8 years ago, but that's besides the point. Also, let me know how you guys are liking the new mic and the camera quality, because this mic is new and the camera is old, but nonetheless, it gets the job done, I think. And I'm looking to get a new one eventually, but not anytime soon, unless something takes off or I get a shitload of money in one instance or something. But we're getting pretty close, guys. If you go around this corner, you keep going straight, and there's a little creek channel back here, because this is technically the new city lake. This part, all this that you're seeing right here, is the new city lake. And the old city lake is where we're not going to the old city lake, but we're going to be literally within 100 yards of the old city lake. And the old city lake drains into the new city lake, And then the new city lake drains into a creek that goes through a park that goes through into another lake. So it's just like a big system. But the main reason why I like specifically to come to this back spot, and why y'all don't see me doing any casting or any kind of fishing along these shorelines, and I know people are probably going to say anything about that if they're even still watching the video right now, but what I'm basically saying is I've just never had any luck anywhere else but this place. And I know people are going to be like, well, you still need to fish the other parts of the lake. Fish could be anywhere. But this is just my personal confidence. So this is where I like to start. And if I really if I really feel like the fish are biting, then I'll fish on the way back. But as far as getting there right now, I'm just trying to get there. And then on the way back, if we catch some fish, maybe I'll do a little bit of dangling. But for right now, we're just trying to get there. So like I said, we're almost there. It's only been like a couple minutes, but we're almost there. So there's a beautiful duck. He's got a weird shaped head on him. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, I guess I'll see you guys there. All right, guys. So a few minutes later, and we are at the spot, and the water is looking pretty clear. It's a little grassy, like there's a lot of dead grass on the top, but it's low and clear. I'm seeing some stuff I normally don't see. Like, I've never seen these rock formations right here. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I'm not even wearing polarized glasses and I can see that. So that's some good information for the future. And it looks like this water's down too. And be careful. Leaves get slippery. Alright. So this is probably the most popular and definitely 1000% my favorite spot on the lake. I'm trying to be quiet here because I don't want to spook these fish if there are some on the bank right here, because like I said, this is the channel. Comes out into the main lake here, and this is just an amazing place to start, just solely because it's an ambush point. I mean, you've got this going into here, bass can set up right around here, and this is just a massive feeding zone. So that's why I normally start here, but I'm not seeing really a lot of activity. It looks pretty clear. I'm gonna start off with this jig that I'm probably gonna have to retie because I'm seeing a little bit of fraying in my line up here. Yep, broke right off. So yeah, we're gonna have to retie, but I guess I'm gonna do that and then we'll get to fishing. This is a 3/8 ounce swim jig in a natural color with a 3.8 inch Storm Largo shad on the back of it. So that's what I'm using. I think this is just from Walmart. And yes, I'm doing 100% fluorocarbon on a swim jig, but I think this is a 12 or 13 pound fluorocarbon, and it's all I pretty much need. Improved clinch knot is the one that I use, because I used the regular clinch knot for years and it was okay for me, but then they came out with the improved one, and yeah, it was a lot stronger. So First cast, we're gonna be going real slow with this swim jig. It is not very deep in this place at all. I don't think it gets anything anything over 10 or 12 feet deep. This place is very, very shallow. So, we'll see if we can get anything. This honestly might be too much action for right now, because that tail is just back there doing its little thing, but it is a paddle tail, and I don't know how cold this water is at all. So I might be going a little fast too. This is a pretty fast reel. I don't know. We'll just have to make some adjustments as we go, but I really wanted to start off power fishing because I figured they'd be biting today. There's a log literally right in front of me. Yeah, I need something that's gonna suspend, so back to the drawing board we go. This had some weight in it, so I figured it would suspend, but it did not, so we go to the big old box and we pick up the Shad Rap. I do not have Vision 110 money. Them Megabass Vision 110s be going for like $30 for one. I'll be damned. All right. Now this one I know I can launch with this, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I just got it stuck in a tree. To be continued. All right, so I got another jerkbait tied on. I snapped that other one off. It's still in the tree. As I was making fun of the buzzbait that was up here stuck in the tree. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how long this video is gonna be because I do have extra batteries for this GoPro. Well, DJI Osmo Action Pro, but regardless, I do have extra batteries for the camera, but none of them are charged. And the plan originally was to just leave them in the car and charge, but my car charger only works if the car is running, which is weird, but I did try to charge them before I left the house and while I was in the car, but the car ride over here was literally like 3 minutes. So I don't know how much charge any of these batteries have on them at the moment, but I knew it felt a little weird. It's wild that it's January and I'm still pulling up grass on my jerkbaits. Wild. Damn, I knew I was close to that log too. That's why I was trying to reel it in. See if I can get it out of there. Probably not. It's probably stuck on somebody else's line. Man, this sucks. Damn. I'll be trying to watch out for that damn log too. That's why I started off with the jig. Because anything with treble hooks back here gets stuck. But treble hooks work back here too. So it's like a lose-lose situation. Well, if I didn't scare the fish now, if I didn't scare the fish before, I scared them now. And not just, look at that. Just disintegrated. All right, well, I can't lose too many more baits today. So what I think is we're gonna slow down and I've got a jig that I want to try. So not that swim jig, but just a regular old jig. So once I get this tied up here, I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, I just got tied back up here, and I don't know if you guys can see this because I don't have an ND filter or anything on, but there's a lot of commotion going on right over here. So I'm going to try and sneak up over there and see if I can get in on the commotion, because that's the only action I've seen since I've been here. So watch out for snakes because they do be over here. Is that a lady's wig? Do y'all see that shit? That's a whole lady's wig. What the fuck happened here? There's a lot of bait fish over here. I can see them in the grass. We'll see if maybe we can pull something out of here. I don't know what this is right in front of me. I should have cast it way farther than that and worked my way to him. I literally probably just scared it, whatever it was. But now the goal is going to be to just drag this jig on the bottom. I'm not hopping it, I'm not jumping it, I'm not doing none of that. We have a pleasant surprise. Not that I've caught a fish or anything, but my batteries are at like 97%, which is amazing, because that other battery literally just died on me. So great news. Bad news is I only have like 45 minutes left of footage on this SD card because my SD card's pretty small. So I'm gonna try to get what I can for you guys. And I gotta slow down. This water is cold. I gotta keep reminding myself that this water is cold and these fish are probably not as active. See what I'm talking about? But these fish are probably not nearly as active as I think they are, even though there is some signs of life out here. A lot of this is also turtles and carp too. There's some really big carp in here who just be, during the summertime, this summer, whenever I come out here, y'all will see that in the summertime, they just be flailing and jumping, like literally right over here where I'm pointing at in the middle of the lake. They'll just be jumping and flailing and doing what carp do. I think what I'm looking at here, right here though, I think that's just a turtle. Because there's no way. Last time I was here doing this exact same technique, maybe a year or two ago. I caught a 3-pounder doing this, so I know it'll work. Just, I don't know if it'll work today. Had a stick fish. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna move back over to where we were and start fan casting out there. And like I said, I only have about 30 minutes left of footage on this camera before it stops. So the goal is going to be to get a fish on camera. But if it doesn't happen, I'll probably just delete some footage and try to keep going, as long as my batteries will let me. But yeah, you guys are getting the full experience of what it's like to fish here right now. It is tough every single time. All right, since we're just sitting here messing with this jig, I did, before I run out of footage, at the bare minimum, want to give you guys a little bit of a taste on what this year is going to have in store for the channel and everything like that, if you guys care. If you don't, you can just skip past this part unless I catch a fish, but you know. For many of you guys who are subscribed, which is only like 300 of some of y'all, I love every single one of y'all, don't get me wrong. And you know, there's only about 300 of you guys, but I love every single one of you guys. And I just haven't had the time nor the equipment to make the videos in the quality that I've been wanting to make them at. But you know, this Christmas, I was able to get a camera. Well, not get a camera, but get a camera mic and the adapter and some of the little things that I needed. And my dad also helped me buy a MacBook, so I can actually edit videos and stuff now, and actually, you know, create content that I want to, you know, create. And I'm really excited for this year, because I finally don't have any excuses, you know. Like over the years, when I first started this channel, I was using, you know, whatever I had. It was just by any means necessary, you know. I was stacking up, you know, stuff on the floor, because I didn't have a tripod, and I was putting up my phone, and I was making a backdrop on my wall because I didn't have a backdrop. And like, I've always known what I wanted to do with these videos, and I always had the vision, but I didn't know exactly what I was jumping into, you know, whenever I first started doing this, whenever I was in middle school. And it's been a journey from the moment I've started this YouTube channel, you know, to now. It's been a journey, man. Like, I've learned a lot, and I've developed a passion, and it was all because of YouTube, ultimately. Because I won't lie to you guys, my main goal was to be like One Rod One Reel, John B and them at the Googan Squad, whenever they were making, oh, hold on, no, that's just a log. But whenever they were making videos like the ones that I'm making now, just camera, action camera, go fishing, see what you catch, and you know, just post it and see what happens, you know. Maybe one day we'll be able to make our own baits and do everything that they're doing. That was the whole goal whenever I first started this YouTube channel, and that's still the goal to this day. Maybe not to do it with a whole group of people like that, or maybe so, just depending on where, you know, things go. But for me personally, this entire journey was because I felt like I could do this, and I knew that I could do this, and I've never really been camera shy, and yeah, that was the whole goal. But now I'm just at a point where I just want to make the videos that I saw in 2015, 2016. So these are going to be old school-ish type videos. If you remember the old one rod, one reel, John B type videos, they still make them, but it's just a larger production now. So this is the small production, low budget way I'm doing things now. I think I'm going to change this trailer too to something that's just a little bit more pronounced. I think I'm going to put a Bandito bug on there, you know, talking about the Googan Squad. Speaking of them. The reason why I like this though is because it has a little rattle in it, so it makes a little bit of sound. I have a little rattle up here in the head of the crawdad, and I figured that would give me a little bit of attraction, but so far that doesn't seem to be working. So we're gonna go and grab a Bandito bug or something of the sorts. There we go. Look a little bit better. Maybe it's a little bit of a bigger package. Maybe they're being a little finicky and they want a bigger package. You know, like these girls, they want a bigger package. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Basically, this year is just going to be me trying to get consistent. That is my main 2026 goal. I have a job that is consistent, but it gives me a little bit of flexibility, you know, so I can actually make these videos and put out the quality that I actually want to. This damn log, bro. There we go. Got it off of there. No, not again. Come on through there. There we go. Tis one reason why I love the jig. So weedless. I know y'all seen I was trying to do there. I'm trying to get back in the cut, but even though I don't know if there's anything in there last time, whenever well, not last time, but when I caught my PB, that's where she was at. So I try to give it a dangle there every once in a while. Oh, I just spooked something. I just spooked some bait fish with whenever I was trying to reel that in. I saw them. There we go. That's a little bit better. I just feel like that's where a big bass would be. Like, you've got a stick right there for cover. You've got this incoming channel right here. Like, it just seems like she would be somewhere around there, you know. That was some bait fish activity right there. All right, I think we need to switch gears one more again. I'm gonna tie on a drop shot. Have I ever tied on a drop shot at this location and it actually worked? No. Am I going to try it anyway? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, you just watched me dunk my reel in the water because it's dirty. It's dirty as shit. I haven't used this reel because it's the only rod that I have that's a 2-piece. And I keep this one in my car. So, yeah, it's a little dirty. It's the off season, but she still works. I'm sure she'll still spin like a dream, so I'm not too worried about it. I got one, guys. It seems like a big one too. He's fighting. Look at my rod. Look at my rod. He's on there. I've got him on a drop shot, so I got to be careful. Uh, well, I thought I had a bite. Ended up losing everything. That's how fishing goes, though. I really thought I felt a couple of head shakes on that too, but I guess I was wrong. Or maybe he drugged me in there and I couldn't get out. I don't know. That was very strange. Oh, there we go. Nice. I think that is my cue to call it. All right, guys. Yeah, I got stuck on somebody's fishing line. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it here. I've been out here for about three and a half hours. I think I got here. Hold on. Let me check the time. Let me get this hook on this hook hanger real quick. It is currently 4:31. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is 4:31. I have been out here for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And I came out here straight after the gym, and I haven't been in the gym in a while, so I know tomorrow I am going to fill this day. And as you guys can see, man, I threw the kitchen sink at him. I mean, I don't really know what you want me to do. I was out here for 3 hours. We did have a full moon about 3-4 nights ago, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know exactly, but it was recently we had a full moon, so I don't really know how much that plays into things. But with all that aside, this is an amazing fishery. I fished here for at least 8 to 9 years. This is a very good spot. I just don't think that today was the day, unfortunately. So I'm gonna pack up. I still have I think like a 10-minute walk to get back to the car. I also haven't eaten all day, so I'm kind of hungry. And all I gotta say is, thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. I know that these videos aren't the most interesting whenever I don't catch fish and it's just a lot of me yapping, but at the same time, it's a video. I'm trying to get more consistent for you guys, and I'm trying to do some more stuff this year. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new, and come cranking with Chris next time. I'd very much appreciate it. See y'all. Peace.